Hi everyone, thank you for joining me here today. This is Sandra8675 and I'm making a video on many different things today. We're having a good one today. It's juicy. All right, so for those of you who might not know who I am, my name is Sandra and I make Second Life videos on anything that I find interesting or helpful in some type of way. I've been doing Second Life for a couple years now, and I have a passion and a problem with shopping. And hopefully you and I could laugh together and learn something new, or as the case may be, we may learn nothing at all. Either way, it's totally okay with me. And today we are going to be covering, let me see where to even start here. We're going to be covering CTS Wardrobe Basics. So I am going to be getting my alt here, which is Bree. I am going to be getting her wardrobe ready to be uploaded to CTS Wardrobe. So we are on step number 1 for CTS Wardrobe. So I thought this would be a good thing to take you guys along with me for those who are interested in CTS Wardrobe. I think it's helpful to watch people go through the process, and that is what I'm going to be doing today. I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to be uploading for Bree, and I think sometimes it's a good thing to see somebody go through the repetition, to go through the whole process of, getting it up and going. All right, so, and let me just give you an idea what we're doing here. These are all the things we're uploading for Bree right here. You're looking at it, okay? So we got a lot of stuff. This is all stuff I grabbed for Bree over the Halloween season and more. Okay, so I've been kind of ignoring Bree lately, which I don't like. I actually really like Bree's account. I like her face. I like her body. I like her, so there's no reason to ignore her or blow her off. I really got to get her wardrobe together. So, and I am going to be uploading for Bree on Sandra's CTS Wardrobe, meaning this is a good way for you guys to see what I'm doing to upload for an alt, because I do use Sandra's CTS Wardrobe, which is my main account. I use her CTS Wardrobe to also store all of my alt clothing and whatever else I got for that alt account. Okay, so that might be interesting to some of you. I know that discussion has taken place before, and some people have questioned me on how exactly I go about doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. And let me see. Oh, and also while I'm doing that, because, taking photos and, all that stuff, it's cool. We're going to be standing right here and doing it. That could get a little bit dry. So because I have a couple things on my mind, I am going to be giving you some, rants on some things that have been bothering me in SL lately. So, we gotta look forward to that. Whatever comes out of my mouth is gonna, be on film here for everybody to hear. So I'm gonna be ranting about some blogger stuff that I've noticed in the community for Second Life. I'm also going to be ranting about some designer stuff that I've run into. And also, I have a couple things to say about the Kupra body. For those of you who don't know, I do have and own both Kupra bodies. I have both the original Kupra and the cups. So I do have some things to say about that. And, so we're going to go ahead and get into that. And so this is the way I'm going to work it out, you guys, because I thought about this. I tried filming this yesterday. And, I ended up deleting the video because I am talking about kind of some hot topics here. And the thing is that I do care, let me put this out there. I do care about the SL community. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. However, I think that there's a fine line between not throwing people under the bus and pointing out things that are not cool, okay, for whatever reason that I might have. Again, keep in mind, this is a one-sided conversation. This is my channel, and I'm putting my thoughts and views out there. And, so take it for what it is. People may or may not agree with me, which is totally fine. But, this is my platform, and I get to, spit out my views on it. That's part of having a YouTube channel, yeah? All right, so the way I'm going to work this out is I am going to be going through the process one time. I'm going to be telling you what I'm doing as far as getting Bree ready and her items ready to have photos taken for the CTS wardrobe. I'm going to go through it once, maybe twice, and then I'm going to get into the gossip portion, okay? Because I just want people to understand what they're looking at, like what I'm doing for the CTS wardrobe portion. So anyway, all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip Bree's dress off. She does have on a baked on mesh bra and panty. So usually I would have her nude, but because it's, YouTube, I'm not going to be able to do that. So anyway, that's fine. But I do want her dress off because the reason I do this, you guys, is because it helps me understand what I'm looking at when I'm looking at like hundreds and thousands of photos of stuff from my AVI. I just want to glance at it and understand what it's a photo of and if I want to use it or not. I don't want to stare at it forever. I don't want to try to think about it and figure it out. I just want to look at it really quick, get it over with, and go on with my SL life. Yeah, that's what we're all about here. So it's supposed to be quick and easy as far as reference. They're not supposed to be the best photos ever, but they're supposed to be photos that you could recognize what you're looking at pretty much immediately. Okay, so let me see. The first thing let me see how it's going. Yeah, we're all in frame here. Okay. So, okay, I just had to look back at OBS Studio, and we have a bag here. I'm just going to be going kind of in order here. So, oh, okay. I remember what this is. Okay, so, all right. So the bag is on her back. I'm going to fix it in 1 second. So what I do is I go to the folder and I press rename, and then I copy the name of the file folder because you need that name. Okay, I need the name. I need to name the item in the file folder, the exact name for the photo that I save on my hard drive of my computer. That's where all these photos are going, is the hard drive of my computer. And then I will upload them in a part 2. But right now, this is what we're doing. Okay, so, all right, this is just the bag. I'm gonna take a photo of it. There we go. I'm gonna save as. Okay, and let me make sure. Yeah, we're on Bree's folder. As you see here, she has a folder here. And I'm just gonna paste the name right here in the file name. You see it says bad cult, bad bitch, exclusive. Okay, then save. Okay, so the name, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but the name that's in the inventory for Bree has to match the name that's on the photo that I'm uploading to my hard drive of my computer. The name has to be exactly the same, exactly. Okay, this is for the CTS wardrobe. Okay, so we got that. All right, so I'm gonna remove that off her. And I'm going to cut the folder, and I'm going to put it in the RLV folder. Now, as far as the way you subcategorize the RLV folder, it does not matter how you subcategorize it, but for CTS Wardrobe, you must have an RLV folder in your inventory. You have to. Okay, there's certain things that are up to you, how you want to do it, how you don't want to do it. But for CTS Wardrobe, you must have an RLV folder, okay? Because that's how CTS Wardrobe is locating your items. And I have some subcategories here. I have accessories, body, fashion, do not delete, food, makeup, transportation, and some decor. Okay, so again, these are subcategories. They don't mean anything, but for purses, shoes, tattoos, hair, gloves, and whatever else I feel like it all gets dumped into accessories, okay? So I'm just gonna paste that folder for the bag into accessories, and that's gonna be it. For body, here, I'll just show you guys really fast. This isn't highly interesting, but I'll show you just so that there's no wondering about what does she have in those file folders. Okay, so, all right, so for the body, this is all stuff that I use for her body. I don't use this stuff with CTS Wardrobe, but I do have it stuck in the RLV file folder for my own personal reasons. You don't have to. This is what I do. Okay, but for body, I have all her AOs. She has several walking AOs. Then she has the Laura body, which she's wearing now. She has several ears. Here, I'll just show you. She has several pairs of Pumic ears. She has a Random Matter pair of ears, and then she has some EVO-X ears. Then she has some face lights. She has several heads. One of her heads is a Catwa head. I know Catwa gets a little bit of a bad rap these days. However, I do like her Catwa head. I'll probably change back to it at some point when I feel like having to change. But right now, here, I'll just switch around. I know we're staring at her back. Right now, she has on the Kaya head by Leluca, which I really like. And then I have all of her skins here. And she has many here. I'll just show you. Yeah, there's a lot of skins here, and I have them categorized by like the name of the brand. So like for Alaska Metro, we have, 12 skins. More Beauty, we have 44 skins. So they're all like separated there. Anyway, so those are all our skins. And then up here we have skins with RGB colors. I have white skins, which usually I use for Halloween type stuff, and possibly a look if I feel like it during the year, whatever. And then I have some skins for the EVO-X, which I haven't changed over to EVO-X, you guys. I'm still on the fence about if I like it, if I want to do it, if I don't want to do it. I don't know yet what I'm going to be doing with all that. But anyway, I have some EVO-X skins. All right, so anyway, that's what we got going on in the RLV folder under the body folder. Okay, so all right, and then food items, makeup. This is all anything makeup related. All the makeup is in there. Here, you can see it's this. I dump it all in here. Okay, so it's this eyeshadow, blush, whatever. And then transportation, all her cars, planes, whatever. I stick it in here. And then decor, that's just anything decor that goes into the house. I stick it in here. It's again, there's no subcategories. I just dump it all in here. Okay, so there's nothing special going on there. She doesn't have a lot of decor because I actually keep all my decor on a separate account for the most part. So anyway, that's what we got going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back here. So we got a bag. All right, so for bags, I basically just want to get a close-up photo of the bag, and that's all I'm going for. I'm only going to take one photo of it. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste the name of the file folder. All right, and this bag I thought was so cute. It's by Havoc. Look, it's a little bat wing, and it comes with like a HUD with different colors on it. So cute. All right, so anyway. And I really like Havoc. I do. Okay, so take a photo of it. There we go. Save. And I'm not going to take a photo of the HUD for bags for the most part, because I know that most bags come with some type of HUD. I know that. So I'm not stressing over, oh, I need to see the colors of it or whatever. So, all right. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing. And actually, you guys, I've decided I'm going to work from the bottom up. It's just easier for me. That's just the way I like to do it. So we're going to work from the bottom up from now on. Okay, goodness. That was a lot of information there, getting ready for CTS Wardrobe. So you guys can watch me do that. All right, let's get to the juicy gossip. Geez, that's all I want to do. Let's get to the juicy gossip. Okay, so let me see. And I actually have some notes. Okay, hold on. Where did my notes go? I had some notes on... Okay, I just have some notes to keep myself straight, you guys. It's not anything juicy in the notes. I just want to keep myself straight on what I'm talking about to hopefully help me from repeating myself. We'll see how that goes. We'll see. All right, so... Yeah, okay. So this is about bloggers and SL. Now, I don't know if other people have noticed this or not, and I've noticed this from more than a couple bloggers in SL. And these are well-known bloggers, people who have been blogging for a while. People tend to know their names and things like that. I've noticed that when bloggers have birthdays and stuff, that they will go and they will make a public announcement to their viewers that, you know, their viewers can feel free to send them a birthday gift. And I realize this is a controversial thing that I'm saying. And again, I am not going to be dropping any names. I won't do it. Okay. So I'm not, if you're waiting for that to happen, it's not going to happen. But now people could do anything they want on their channels. Obviously, we all do. But I think you have to, I don't know. I just feel kind of funny about bloggers that are well known getting on a platform where they have a lot of followers watching and listening to what they're saying, and then, you know, encouraging the viewers to send them birthday gifts. I don't know. I don't know. You guys can let me know how you feel about it. You can let me know. I mean, you know, that's what the channel's all about. We could discuss it. But sometimes I'll say things jokingly, but I really, really don't. I would never want, I would never get on a video and start talking about, you know, hey, it's my birthday. Hey, you know, send me gifts here or there or whatever. I wouldn't do that, you know. So I don't know. You guys could, I'm really curious to know how other people feel about it, or if they don't care, you know, I'd be really interested to know. Because the thing about SL, and me and other people have discussed this very thing about SL, and that is that, by the way, just back to the CTS Wardrobe thing, I am saving everything onto that same exact file folder for Bree that I'm going to make a part 2 with on what I'm doing with it later. Yeah. Okay, so back to SL. The thing about SL that I find, I don't know if I would call it interesting, but the thing about SL is that most people, to my knowledge, most people have some form of income. Most people work, you know, have some type of way of earning some type of income in real life. Some people even have a way to earn income in Second Life, you know. So I guess my point is, that is my point. There is no other point, you guys. That's the point, is that, you know, I don't know that I agree with asking viewers to send you stuff when, you know, you got money to buy the stuff yourself. That's all I'm saying. You know, this is my channel, you guys. I'm just putting it out there. You know, I told you the tea was going to be a little bit hot. So if you're feeling kind of warm, if you're kind of sweating a little bit under your turtleneck, that's what we're talking about today. You know, we're talking about some stuff that's been bugging me. All right. So, yeah. And something else that I noticed about bloggers is a lot of and again, this is all connected to the birthday thing, asking for gifts, and some bigger, very large bloggers on YouTube have made the comment, oh, I don't make a lot of money or whatever on from making videos and this and that. Okay. Again, I have to, and I don't want to repeat myself on this, but again, all of us work, so you're making money, so you can upload money like all the rest of us using Tilia or whatever it's called. You could upload the money, you could buy whatever you want, just like everybody else on Second Life. But also, bigger bloggers on SL, even though they're not getting paid, they may not get, but maybe some get paid, but some don't. And the way that they do receive payment for covering events and stuff like that, and you'll hear people, I'm not lying about it, you guys, you'll hear bloggers talk about it on videos on YouTube and things, is they get gifts, from the designers and the creators. Like when people cover like the Access event, they will get access to the blogger room and they'll get to pick out, however many gifts that's the agreed upon in the blogger room. So they're able to look at ads and just choose whatever they want. And they don't pay for those things, you guys. They just get them. They don't, money, in other words, money is not coming out of that person's pocket. They're getting it as a gift. Yeah. And okay, wait, what's going on here? I just got confused. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, it was the top and I was like, I don't see the top. What's going on? I was just seeing the head. All right. So yeah, and of course, bigger bloggers will get more access to more blogger rooms within the SL platform. Okay, so some people might cover, like the Access event, right? And then they also might cover, I don't know what other events are big. There's the Access event, there's K9, there's other events out there, the Kiwi event, whatever. I don't know all of them that have blogger rooms, but the bigger events do have blogger rooms, you guys. They have blogger rooms and they give bloggers free gifts within the blogger room. And you'll hear people talk about this. And, it's a well-known fact that this happens within SL. So again, it's just yet another reason why I feel, like they're getting these things. Again, they're making the video, which is cool. They're getting the items, they're making the video, but then don't ask the viewers to send you stuff. That's all I'm saying. All right. So I'm going to leave that for what it is. And do not even ask me who I'm talking about. Do not even ask me. Okay. So I am not going to say, I will not say, I refuse. All right. So, and this is another blogger thing that I've noticed that, I don't know. It's, I don't know quite how to feel about it, you guys. And again, you can leave it in the comment section below to say how you feel about it. Again, I realize I'm treading, on thin ice here, bringing the stuff up. But, this is stuff that goes on in SL. All of us have a right to talk about it, whatever. Is, larger bloggers, especially this one, who I'm not giving the name of. I will not. I know I keep saying that, but I'm not going to do it. This one blogger makes videos and he or she, I'm not even going to say if it's male or female. I'm not going to do it. But this person makes videos on stores within SL that are many times giving things away, that they will be having, you know, a gift card many times, or be giving better items away. That's my thing, you guys. They're giving better items away. So now, when you're a larger blogger, a lot of times you will have more access to information, okay? Now, sometimes, yeah, sometimes the, sorry, you guys, I got slightly distracted. Sometimes the creator might contact you themselves and be like, hey, you know, I'm having this giveaway or whatever. Other times they might not contact the blogger. Other times it might be more like the blogger's getting information from viewers. And if that blogger has a lot of viewers, then, you know, they have a lot of information coming in about sales, giveaways, stuff like that. Information that the rest of us do not have. Okay, so this one person makes videos a lot on things that are being given away. Many times it's better things. Sometimes it's not better things, but sometimes it is better things that some of us normal people out there might like to have access to, or what have you. Like the normal, unsuspecting, confused SL user might like to have access to just walking into a store and being able to get a decent item that's being given away graciously by the creator or brand or whatever, and you know, just be on their way. But when this blogger makes blogs on things that are being given away, what happens is it creates a chaotic mess. It is awful. And when this blogger makes blogs and sticks them on YouTube, sometimes this blogger will make up to 3 videos in one day. So this creates a form of havoc that is just, it's really something else to experience. Hold on, you guys, just got confused. Okay. Okay. I don't even know what just happened. Yeah. Okay, see, I was talking and I got distracted, you guys. So anyway, yeah, this larger blogger will create massive havoc on the better items that are being given away, you know, on the SL platform. Let me find what the hell am I looking for? Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, if you saw me getting slightly confused, it's because when you take screenshots of items, it works a little different than when you take a photo of an item within the SL platform. Okay, so anyway, that's why I was getting slightly confused. The process is a little different, but, you know, we have to work through it. All right, so anyway, because I was taking a photo of the texture and not the item itself on the AVI. All right, so anyway, we took care of that. Okay, all right, and the worst thing that could happen, you guys, is you file the item in a place that you can't find right away. Like you'll have to look through your file folders and find it and then stick it in the right place so you could upload it on CTS Wardrobe later on. Okay, so the last time this particular blogger that I'm speaking of made a video and about a big giveaway was the last big giveaway that I'm talking about, that I'm referencing, was the giveaway that was for the Kupra Cups body at the Kupra event this year. Okay. So this blogger released the information on a video. See, I don't know. It does irritate me to a point. It does, because see, this blogger released the information on a video. There's a lot of people that watch her videos, like, thousands of people watch her videos when she releases information. And then everybody within the time zone of individuals that tend to watch that blogger's videos, all of those people like ran down. They didn't walk, they ran and mobbed that event and got the items and got the Kupra body that was being given away, the Kupra Cup's body. And it didn't give anybody else a chance to get one. It didn't. And it also created a, I don't know what you want to call it, but no one else could enter that event either. And like I said, it was because that blogger made a video on it. That was exactly what it was. So if you tried to get in that event, and there was a lot of people that I know that tried to get into that event to get a body, and if you tried to get into that event, it was because that blogger made a video and there were so many people like just jumping on that sim all at the same time that it just blocked everyone else out. And I think, I'm sure beyond a doubt, everybody has different opinions on this situation, but I kind of don't think that that's, I realize life isn't fair and whatever, whatever. There's songs about it, there's poems about it, I'm sure, whatever. People say it all the time because it happens to be true, but I don't think it's fair that a large blogger like that will release information to individuals within the time zone that they live in, and then it's not giving anybody else a chance that's a normal person who might not be watching the videos or might not live in that time zone to get some of the items. That's all I'm saying. It's going to continue to happen, and who cares what I say or whatever, but I'm just, we're just talking here. We're just, these are things that have been bugging me, and I'm just airing it out here. That's all, you guys. That's what I'm doing. All right, so there's that. And let me see, what else do we got here? Let me glance at my notes here. Okay, let me see. And let me go ahead. I'm going to kind of switch gears here. Let me go ahead and jump to, I'm looking at my little notes, which, they're not very extensive at all. They're less than a sentence long. But I'm going to go ahead and jump to talking about Kupra. And again, this is just very off the cuff, you guys. I don't have anything planned out that I'm going to say, but I do have some thoughts, on just some things that I want to get out there. And, that's it. All right, so about the Kupra body. Now, we all know the Kupra body, about the time frame of when the Kupra body came out. It's a fairly new body, and it was very popular when the Kupra body came out. And they released the Kupra original first, and then later on they released the Kupra Cups, which was the smaller breasted body. Okay, so now I heard many things, kind of word of mouth or whatever, people's opinions, people that supposedly had the inside track on what the designers and creators were saying. I think for something like that to be released, the Kupra body, I think there has to be, I don't know how extensive this stuff gets with SL, and I don't know how much money the Inithium brand made by selling the Kupra body. I don't know. And I don't know if that information is out there somewhere and you could get a hold of it to talk about it for, just purposes like what we're doing. We're just discussing what's going on with the brand and stuff. I don't know. I'm not very good at getting some types of information like that. Oh, okay, hold on, hold on. I listed this as the wrong thing. Right, this is not a top. I list this as a handheld item. Okay, here, I'm gonna go ahead, right, and get a photo of this. All right. Okay. So yeah, so at the time when Kupra first came out, and again, this is going back a ways, but when it first came out, I heard some talk that the designers or creators or investors or whatever you want to call it, that they were aware that some women were, or men also, whoever was using the body, you guys, you know, whichever, you know, um, but that the brand for Lithium was aware that some people were complaining or had things that were not 100% positive to say about the breast, the original Kupra body. Now, this was about the time when only the original Kupra was out, okay? And there were a lot of people that were interested in that body. And if you were around SL during that time, then you know kind of the body got released, and then all the designers were jumping on board making items for the body, and everybody was very excited over it, and it was new and different and what have you. And yeah, so a lot of people were testing out the body, purchasing it, whatever. Okay, wait a minute. What just happened? Okay, I know this is a copy, but I'm still gonna put this over here. Okay. Okay, you guys. Okay, so anyway, back to the Kupra. Sometimes I have to just make sure that I'm keeping track of what I'm doing here. All right, so a lot of women were having issues with the breast shape and size of the original Kupra. Now, I did try out about the time that Kupra came out. I did go and I got a demo of the original Kupra body, and I started messing around with the breast size of it. And it was difficult for me to work with. It was. And usually you cannot make the breast size of the Kupra body less than like about 45, in my own personal opinion. Most people who have the Kupra original, they know what I'm talking about, and they know that what I'm saying is true. All right, so because if you go less than about 45, and I made a whole video about this, you guys, in the past, but if you go less than 45 for the breast size on Kupra, what happens is the breast starts to get flat and it loses its shape. Now, why that happens, I don't know. I have no idea, but that is what happens, is it doesn't hold its shape, unfortunately. And so some women, they really like the Kupra, but they wanted a breast size that was, this is what I'm going to say. They wanted a breast size that was smaller than what the original offered, but they wanted something that was larger than what the cups offers for Kupra. Okay. So the way I'm going to say it is that, and again, I realize that I'm taking the liberty and speaking for other people who are not on video speaking for themselves, but I know for myself, messing around with the Kupra body and stuff, I was very excited over the waist down of the Kupra body, like the ass. I really liked that part of the Kupra body. But what I wanted is I wanted more, I wanted to have more control over the breast size and not have it look flat. I wanted more of a breast similar to what I was used to dealing with. Now, you could ask yourself, well, what were you used to dealing with? Well, I always had the Laura body. However, I did also try over the years, I also tried the Hourglass and Freya and what else did I try? And I did try Legacy. Yeah. So you know, all of those are very similar to the Laura body. There's not a whole lot of difference. So most people, or a lot of people, kind of wanted more of a breast like that to choose from. Now, because the original Kupra breast was very large and it could not get smaller than the 45 on the scale when you were shaping the body. And then, of course, then you had the cups, and the cups' smaller breast, again, was not like the Legacy, Laura body, Hourglass, Bria, Beliza, whichever. It was not like that. The Kupra cups breast has a very specific look to it. And anyway, it's just not like the Laura body, nor the Legacy or the other ones I named off. So there was a want or a need for the designers of the Inithium brand, the Kupra body, what have you, to kind of acknowledge the fact that women were wanting another choice. And, you know, but then, of course, there's other individuals who invested in the Kupra body. And there are some individuals out there who will say, who strongly feel that no, if you start altering the Kupra breast or what have you to look like the Hourglass one or the Legacy one or whatever, that's not what the Kupra body is meant to look like. That is not what it's meant for. So there's people that feel that way and feel strongly about it. Now, I'm not taking away from their feelings. I'm just telling you guys what's going on. All right. So, I did hear that some people tried to reach out to the creators of the Kupra body, and that the creators of the Kupra body were not interested at all in listening to what anybody had to say about issues with the Kupra-sized breast specifically. Okay, and I feel like this is very unfortunate, because I feel like a massive opportunity was totally 1,000% missed by, you know, the Inithium brand for not acknowledging this and possibly not making the cups. A lot of people feel strongly that the cups was made for people that want a different breast size than the original. But no, I'm talking about something where the company could have made something a lot more similar to the breasts that many people were used to seeing, like from Legacy, Hourglass, the Laura body, Freya, you know, Belisa, what have you, Slink. Yeah, Slink is Hourglass. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so anyway, I feel like the Kupra creators stuck to their guns. They were like, no, this is what it is. Like, we got the original. That is the shape that we were interested in doing. And that's what we released. And then for those who wanted smaller breasts, we got the Kupra cups. And if you don't like it, tough, this is what we came out with. This is what it is. I cannot tell you how many people I tried discussing this with. And so many people, so many women who had the Kupra body and really loved the Kupra body were on board with the fact that there needed to be more choice in the breast shape of the Kupra original and even the Kupra cups. There was a lot of women who invested in the body, who used that body every day, who were, into the shape of it, who loved it, but women who felt like there needed to be more of a choice with the shape because the sliders on, there's always a pre-selected shape for bodies, you guys. You could control it to a point, but you could, there's certain limitations. Now, the limitations of the Kupra body were the breasts, and the shape and stuff like that. And from what I understand, again, it's kind of hearsay because I didn't speak to the creators myself. But from what I understood from a lot of people is that they did reach out to the creators and that they were told that the creators were not interested in discussing, having different shapes out there as far as giving the women and men who bought the Kupra body more control over the breast size and shape of both the Kupra original and the Kupra cups, but I'm more talking about the Kupra original in this situation. All right, so, and then we all know what happened. We all know what happened after that. Some time passed, and what got released after the Kupra original, you guys, we all know the answer to this. We all know. After the Kupra original and Kupra cups got released, we all are very aware that the next release that came out that hit SL by storm and took over was the eBody Reborn. Okay. Now, the eBody Reborn came out, and that was a body that, now why is this labeled as a top? This is hair. I obviously was on a roll about, I don't know what I was thinking when I was labeling this stuff. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so the eBody Reborn came out, you guys, and the eBody Reborn had from the waist down, it looked extremely similar to the Kupra. Yeah, it had, you had a lot of control over, the size of the ass, making a very kind of bubble shaped rear end that so many of the individuals liked, and I like it myself, so I'm in that category. I like it. But then what was different about the eBody Reborn? Well, guess what? It had breasts that were very similar to Legacy, Hourglass, Belisa, Laura. So it was giving women the opportunity to have very small breasts, but having that nice bubble rear end, or having larger breasts and still having the access to that bubble rear end. But yet there was a little bit more control over the shape of the breasts, more so than the Kupra original. So anyway, that's I just kind of wanted to kind of share my thoughts, my outlook on the Kupra, and kind of I don't know what's going to happen with Kupra now, you guys. I just don't know, because I feel like they were on the cusp of having almost complete control over the Second Life body situation. They came out with something new. Everybody was really, really excited. And, I liked it myself. I really liked it. And I would have been a little bit more on board even myself if there was more of control over the breast size. And then, of course, with Kupra, again, I don't know what happened. Like, you never know, you guys, when you're not involved in the talks that go on, like the talks that go on with like the investors, the creators, the people that are actually making the body and the body improvements, whoever it is that they're checking in with. I'm sure that there was a small team of people that were working on these things. Well, whatever the discussions were, or if the investment money kind of started running out, or I don't know. I did hear from multiple people, and somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but I did hear from multiple people that it was decided that, hold on, what is this? It was decided that Kupra was not going to make any massive changes or updates to the body. But again, I'm not saying anything that you guys don't already know. I'm not. But as we all know, Kupra does not have any alpha layers to the body. Now, why is that? That is just, I think that is such a interesting choice. Let's just call it for what it is. It's such an interesting choice to make when you're releasing a body. All of the other bodies have alpha layers that come with the body. Why would you choose to release a body without an alpha layer system? Like, why would you do that? And then you put it off on the designers that are trying to create looks. And you say, well, if you wanted to have an alpha layer, you're going to have to create the item is going to have to come with an alpha layer. And that's putting extra work on the designer, it just is. It's just an extra step. It's something else you have to add in a package of items that somebody wants to buy. And, I don't know. I don't know why that had to happen. And of course, again, we all know the eBody Reborn did come with an alpha layer system. Honestly, when the eBody Reborn first came out, I was wondering if they were going to have an alpha layer system just because Kupra didn't. And I was like, well, I wonder, if the eBody's not going to have an alpha layer system either. But no, they have one. They have one. Yeah. So I don't know, you guys. Yeah. So I feel like there were some missed opportunities for the Kupra body as far as from the powers that be. I feel like there were some kind of missteps. I feel like they could have stayed on top had they made some different decisions. And anybody who has the hold on, let me okay, and anybody that has the Kupra body is pretty aware that you have to, what am I trying to say? You don't have to, but many of us, in order to manipulate the body into different shapes and kind of get it out of that original shape that you do have access to when you first buy the Kupra body, you have to invest in some body deformers. I've done so myself. I've gone through a couple body deformers to figure out which ones I like and which ones I don't like with the Kupra body. And I do like the shape I have now, but boy, we're talking about some investment here because, you're going through some body deformers, and then there's no alpha layers. So again, everybody knows this that has the Kupra body. It's no secret that, that there's certain outfits you will get. And even though the designers are supposed to put, the alpha layer within the folder for the Kupra body, usually they do. I don't even know why they do. I mean, if I was a designer, I'd probably be like, no, I ain't doing that. But most designers are good about doing it. I'll give them that. But the thing is, you guys, that if they don't, I am going to be investing in an alpha layer system for the Kupra body here soon, uh, because you get tired of putting clothes on the Kupra body and then seeing clipping happening, you know? So, whatever, you could think whatever you want, but, I really wish that Kupra would have been a little bit more diligent about adding these things. And I don't know if it had to do with being diligent about it. I do kind of feel just, um, business wise, I think they probably just ran out of investment money and that they just couldn't, for whatever reason, they had to stop the creation. But why they wouldn't do an update, I don't know. Like I kept thinking, I was like, man, they're gonna do, they have to, they'll do an update and add some alpha layers. Cause like, why wouldn't they? But they just never have. They're not going to. It's not gonna happen, you guys. It's not happening. So anyway, just interesting, an interesting choice. And I really think it helps put the e-body reborn on top. And you know, I'm not nothing against the e-body reborn, but I just think it's interesting to know that a company was so on top and then now they're possibly losing their spot, if you will, of being on top. Whatever. I don't know, you guys. All right. So anyway, there's that. Yeah. All right. Obviously, I had a lot to say about it. I talked about that for like forever. Yeah. All right. And let me see. What else am I talking about here? Oh, this is it. And again, these are just some thoughts I have, you guys, about new bodies coming out. Now, I'm curious, has anybody noticed that a new body is out? I want to say it's called the Peach Body. Has anybody seen that? Has anybody bought it? What do you think about it? I'm very curious. But it's almost like when I see new bodies come out like that, I'm not going to keep this texture, even though it's a nice texture, because the only thing in this file folder is red, and sometimes the textures confuse me if they have a bunch of colors on them, and I'm thinking, oh, it's a fat pack or whatever, but it's not a fat pack. It's not. It's just a red dress, which I happen to like. It's really cute. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I've kind of gotten to the point in SL that I just feel almost nauseated when I see a new body coming out, because as soon as I see that, the thing that goes through my mind is I'm like, geez, first it was Kupra that came out, which, is fine. And then E-Body Reborn followed. And then, Lisa made some updates or what have you. And then what happened? Oh, and then the Gen X body made a release of their body. So, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. And when I saw the price of the Gen X body, I just about fell over. And I'm like, see, that's what happens, you guys. That's what happens is the people that made Gen X, which is Belisa, right? If I'm not mistaken. But the people, the brand that made the Gen X body, in other words, they're trying to set a new standard. They asked for more money for that body. And that's the most I've ever seen a body cost. But again, they're trying to set a new standard so that when people come after them, see, that's the way it works, is people will create bodies after the Gen X body, and they'll continue asking that high amount because that Gen X has set that new standard. And I'm not saying I agree with the new standard. I'm just saying that that's what happened. And I don't like the fact that they asked so much more for the body, because I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to like kind of up the ante. They're trying to get more. They're trying to set a new standard for what bodies cost. And you know, I know that's life. That's the way it works. But you know, there's just so many bodies out there that are available, and you know, I think it's just I don't know. What can I say, you guys? I just wish it didn't ask so much for the body. Because I know that, you know, the next people that are going to come out with a body, they're going to stick to that price range because, you know, everybody wants to get as much money as they can. You know, because that's the way it works. That's consumerism, right? And also something that me and some people were talking about, some of my friends and I, about the bodies is that, you know, they do come out with bodies more often, so it seems. We'll see if they keep producing new bodies, but the thing with that is that every time they come out with a new body, it puts designers and creators of clothing and shoes and stuff like that, skins, whatever, on it's putting them in a predicament that they kind of they're making choices, the designers and creators and things that, you know, they're deciding, oh hey, I want to design for this new body. But then the thing that I've noticed is what happens, like this is a question, like I'm being serious. What happens when people don't want that new body? What happens when people have, like, say, I don't know, when people have, like, you know, the legacy body, or you know, even the Laura body or whatever. What happens when people have one of those bodies and they're like, well, you know, guess what? I don't want the Gen X body. I don't want the, you know, E-body reborn. I don't. I just want to buy something new for the body that I have. Like, I'll buy something new. I'll buy new clothing, a new skin, whatever. But like, I don't want to get a new body and buy all new clothing for that body size, like the shoe size, the body size, all that. Like, I don't want to do that. What happens to the people with those older bodies? That's what I'm saying. Like, and some of the bodies are not old. This is the thing, you guys. Let me take a step back here. Some of the bodies are not old. Like, this is what I'm saying. Keep this in mind, that some of the people that have, this is a different color than the last one. Is this a dupe? Hold on. Let me see what color this short outfit is. Oh no, it is different. Okay. I'm noticing a little bit of clipping. Oh well, I'll ignore it. Yeah. All right. Some people that have, okay, how am I going to wear this? Some people that have bodies like, say, Legacy, the Laura body, something by Beliza, whatever that might be. Those companies have been around a minute, okay? They've been around a minute. They've been making bodies, the same body, if you will. They've been giving updates on the same body. But in other words, there's people walking around, like I have a friend, this is what I'm saying. I have a friend that has a Laura body that has been on SL close to 15 years, okay? Now, I myself came on SL about 4 years ago. What body did I go and buy? I went and bought the Laura body. So even though that body has been out for a certain amount of years, like my friend has it, but I was newer and I went and I got that Laura body also. And there's people that I know that are in SL that are brand new, like brand new. They'll go out and they'll get, like, for example, they will go out and they will get the Laura body, or they will go out and they will get, you know, a body that's made by Belisa. Like, the only one I could think of, you guys, is Freya. Isn't the other one called Isis? I can't remember. I'm not a Belisa user, so I don't, I'm a little bit unfamiliar, but you know what I mean. Those bodies have been out for a minute. Creators or brands have released a couple updates for those bodies, but people can still go and purchase those bodies. Okay, this is my point. This is the point. There is no other point to what I'm saying. This is the main point that I'm trying to make, is that then these new bodies are coming out, like, say, E-Body Reborn, the Gen X, the Peach Body. Well, designers are then making clothing and stuff for a select few bodies that they feel are, you know, I don't know. Maybe they think they're hot sellers, or maybe they prefer, like, maybe they prefer the bodies like Reborn and Kupra. Maybe they won't ever make anything for the Gen X body. It's difficult to say. I don't know. I'm not, you know, I'm not in their shoes. I don't know. But I've been noticing more and more that different bodies, the different designers are choosing to make for certain bodies, but not other ones, which I find so interesting, because there's a site you look at, and I wish I had that site now, you guys. I don't know the name of the website, but there's a certain site you look at, and it tells you which bodies are the hottest, top selling bodies in SL. Okay, it actually gives you the numbers of how many people bought what body within what amount of time. Okay, so now a while back, and I'm saying I don't know the exact time frame. I don't know, but a while back, like, I want to say, I'm trying to think of the time frame, you guys, just to give you a form of reference. I could be slightly off on this, but I want to say it was around, geez, when was it? Maybe around the beginning of October is what I'm thinking, for 2022. The top selling body was still the Laura body, okay? The Maitreya Laura body. So that I find interesting, simply for the fact that a lot of designers are, not a lot, some designers, let me go back and correct myself. Some designers are choosing to not design for certain bodies anymore. There's been some designers that I've noticed that have not designed for Legacy or Belisa or the Maitreya body. Some still do, obviously, some still do, but there's some designers that have chosen not to, which I find to be interesting. I don't know what that means in the big scheme of things. Of course, I can't buy from designers that don't design for the bodies that I have. So anyway, there's that. And then there's places like, you know, bigger companies like, what am I trying to say? Like Adams. Something I have noticed, and they've really jumped on full force onto the, you know, whatever, the train or whatever you want to call it. And they've started designing stuff for the Gen X body. And they've also started designing stuff. Oh, these shoes are cool, really nice. I love Wicca. They're really nice. Okay, I love their aesthetic. Yeah. All right, I need to go more steampunk places and wear their stuff that I have. Okay, I actually love the steampunk look, you guys, but I don't dress in it a whole lot, but I do like it. Yeah. All right. So anyway, um, but yeah, Adams I've noticed has started making clothing for the Gen X body, and they've also been rigging a lot of their clothing that's been out for a while. They've been starting to rig a lot of their clothing for the Kupra body, the Kupra original, which is so nice. I've told them, in chat and stuff before, I'm like, I really appreciate that because I have the Kupra body. And it's so nice to have access to clothing at a place like Blueberry or Adams, which makes really nice clothing that you can mix and match with crazy stuff or more casual stuff, but that fits those bodies. I really think that's great. And I really do appreciate it. Like, I'm being dead serious. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. But the thing is that every time you get a new body, you are put in a predicament that you have to wait. Are these heels hecka? Oh, what's going on? Why is it on 350? Goodness. Okay. Here we go. Oh, okay. I won these shoes. I think they're so cute. I love these. Yes. Okay. I like them. And they come with a big head. Yeah. All right. So anyway, this is what I do, you guys. This comes with a big head. So I'll take a photo of these. Like so. Okay. And then I'll go back and let me see. I'll open the hood. And what I'll do is, you have to take a screenshot of it. You can't take a photo of it in SL, but you could take a screenshot. And I'll take a screenshot of the HUD. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll label it exactly the same, only I'll put a 2 by it. That way the name's slightly different. The name has to be slightly different. CTS Wardrobe will not let you download 2 things with the exact same name onto the same tag. Anyway, but CTS Wardrobe does let you upload up to 4 images for the same tag. So, so for things like that have like a really large HUD, yeah, I'll take a photo of the HUD just so that when I look at the photo, I remember. I don't have to look at all the colors on the HUD, but it just reminds me very quickly for reference purposes, that when I look at it like that, I'll be like, oh, okay, it comes with, multiple colors. It's not just black like she was wearing right there. So anyway, there's that. All right. Something like this. I'm just gonna, and I really like QE designs too. I think that they don't get enough love in SL. I really like QE designs. They always make really cool stuff. It's always rigged really well. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, me and some friends were discussing the body situation in general in SL. And the thing is that it won't ever stop. It won't, because in other words, the name of the game is to, in general, you guys, I'm speaking generally, but the name of the game is to always pump out new stuff that people want. So in a lot of ways, new stuff that people want might be, it might be clothing. It might be. And people do buy clothing for their AVI. But the thing is that, what am I trying to say here? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, it's these shoes. Yeah, I don't like these shoes. Okay, I'm just going to delete these. You guys, yeah, I'm not even gonna. All right. Yeah, so the name of the game is to always get people to consume more, to buy more. It's always about spending more money, buying more. So there's always going to be new bodies coming out and designers that are making items for those new bodies, because they're really not interested in you pulling out clothing and using the same body you've had for more than a couple years, and you know, and pulling out like a dress that you got maybe 5 months ago that you've never worn. You got it on sale one time, but now you got a chance to wear it. They're not interested in that. They're not, because guess what? They're interested in now. They want to make money now. So, they're not making no money off you. They're not making enough, not to the point that it impresses them. If, you're using a body you got a couple years ago and you're using a dress that you got 5 months ago. No, they want you to, go out and buy a new thing, a new dress, whatever. That's what they want. These, I'm not a cat person, but these boots are so cute. I know that they're kind of clipping into each other, but so cute, goodness. And I didn't realize that the boots were bento. So interesting. Yeah. I need to put cat ears or something when she wears these, but I do like these. But they're by that brand, isn't it? One Jian. Yeah, I like them a lot. I didn't realize that they were bento. I didn't realize that the cats moved when I first got them. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So anyway, that's because it really makes me kind of like nauseated to think, oh, I need to like get a new body and like be buying shoes and dresses and clothing and skins and all that stuff for the new body. But then the more me and my friends talked about it, we're like, you know what? That's the name of the game. That's exactly what they want you to do, because that's how you make the most money. They're not really making money, not big money, off people that, just already have shoes, that already have skins, whatever. And you just feel like, oh, I'll just go and buy a pair of pants, on the weekend sale. Well, no, that's not bringing in the big bucks, SL, SL, SL. Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. Let me put these away. Let me see what else I wanted to talk about. I obviously have a lot on my mind, you guys. Yeah. All right, let me see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, so, goodness, I just, all right. So let me just say what I did. And there's a lot of people that are going to think this is my fault, and that's totally fine. I don't have a problem with, people thinking that, I was the one that did a misstep here. But okay, I will say, and again, I'm not going to say the designer's name. I refuse to. But I went to the 50 Linden Friday, the FLF Oween event, the thing where everything is 50 Linden, in the month of October for 2022. Yeah, I went to that, and I was really excited because they had this fat pack of shoes. I don't know exactly. I'm trying to be so careful. I don't know exactly what I could say here, but yeah, I was excited that they had this fat pack of shoes. Okay, I already said it, so there it is. And so I was thinking about it, and I kept thinking about these stupid shoes, and I was like, you know what? I usually don't buy fat packs, but I love these shoes. I have to have these shoes. They were so cute. I just love them so much. So I went, and I will say this, and again, this is, people are going to be like, well, yeah, you should pay more attention or whatever, but whatever. This particular designer, in the past, I shop, and this particular designer has in the past always made sizes for the Maitreya body. Okay. So you guys hang with me for a second. You don't know what I'm gonna say because I know what I know what you're thinking. Probably everybody right now is thinking, oh, she bought the wrong size or whatever. Yeah, just you guys listen to the details before judgments start being thrown around. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so I went and I was really excited and I bought the full fat pack. And I will say again, this designer has always, not sometimes, this designer is known for always making sizing for the Maitreya body. People that have been around SL a while know that it was very popular at one point to have some of the bigger designers, like Restless, for example, that they would release these beautiful gotchas that were full packs of gotchas and stuff. And if you look at some of these older, beautiful gotchas that are still beautiful by today's standards and very well done and very detail oriented, very ornate, that a lot of them will only be made for the Maitreya body, So anyway, this was a designer similar to that this designer released things specific for the Maitreya body over the years. And so this is not like just kind of a fly-by-night situation. This is something that happened again and again over the years. And I was somewhat accustomed to buying from this designer. And so when I went to the LF Oween event this last year, that I didn't think that much over buying the fat pack because I just knew I was in love with the shoes. And so I buy the fat pack, and keep in mind, I will say this, that on the ad, there were no shoes listed on the ad. There were no shoe sizes listed, no body size listed on ad. There was nothing. There was zero. It showed a photo of the shoes and it had no body sizing at all. Zero. Okay. So I buy the fat pack and I get home, and this is what, like, this was kind of my mindset. I'm in my house and I'm looking at these shoes and I'm like, what's wrong? I'm like, why? I'm like, what's going on? Like, I was so confused, like why I wasn't seeing the size. And again, keep in mind, I have a couple body sizes. I have the Laura body, and then I also have the Kupra body. So I was like, surely, I was like, the Kupra body's popular, and so is the Laura body. Why am I not seeing the sizing for my body? I'm so confused. And then I do notice that there's only like 2 shoe sizes in this fat pack of shoes. There is one for, it turns out, and it took me a minute to figure it out, you guys, because when you're not used to a specific type of body, you don't know, you're not looking for it, you're not aware of what's going on with it. But anyway, there was one shoe size for the E-body reborn. I finally figured out because I don't have that body. And then there was one body for what was it? The E-body reborn. Oh, and then there was a shoe size for the Laura body. That's it. There was nothing else. I honestly thought that I had a corrupted file folder. That's what I thought. That was my mindset. So, and again, I hate it when I'm honestly looking at the situation like, oh, there was a mistake. I should let the designer know. I should let the designer know so that the problem could be fixed. I was like, this is weird. And so I contacted the customer service rep. I hate stories like this, you guys. I hate it when stuff like this happens. But I was in a pretty okay mood when I contacted the, customer service rep. And I started explaining, what happened. But keep in mind, I was not even attempting. See, this is the thing. I'm being honest. I was not even attempting to ask for the money back. I wasn't asking for the money back. I wasn't asking for anything like that. What I did is I asked and I was like, hey, I was like, can you let me know, is this correct? Was the file corrupted? And I got a no, the file's not corrupted, or whatever. And I made a comment. I have the whole chat saved actually because I was just so put off by the whole thing. Sometimes the way that the what's it called? Sometimes the way that the customer service reps handle situations like that leaves a lot to be desired. I will say that leaves a lot to be desired. Anyway, so she was like, "No, the file's not corrupted at all. This is this is what's up. This is what the designer meant to make." And I was like, "Oh," I was like, because I was just wondering. I was trying to take a step further because I actually wanted the shoes. I didn't want the money back. I wanted the shoes, and I was like, well, hey, I was like, is it possible to get an unrigged version of the shoes? I'm like, or is the designer going to be releasing a version that does include the Laura shoes? Like maybe the designer was trying to get it out for the event, but is there going to be more foot sizes released for this style shoe? And I got a hell no. And then I also was told by the customer service rep that they were like, next time read the ad better, and I was like, hey, I was like, I did read the ad. There was no body sizing on the ad at all. And, and then the customer service rep was like, well, you should have tried on the demo, as always. Like, don't buy things without trying to demo on. And again, the thing is, you guys, is that, I was excited over the shoes. I wanted to have the shoes. And, I don't know, somebody trying to make a point like that or trying to get the last word in is just, because that's not where I was coming from. That's not, anyway. And then, that's when I started to get irritated, and I was like, the designer should have made it more clear, again, on the ad, the things that most of us see when we're buying stuff, to, put the size on the ad so that we're aware before we drop the money for it. And, but then the customer service rep was just adamant that, I wasn't just wrong, I was dead wrong. Like, I was just so wrong. Like, I was wronger than anybody ever has been wrong in the history of people buying stuff from events in all of SL, ever, you guys, ever. And that got me irritated. It did, you guys. It got me irritated. And the conversation went from there. And then, I was attempting to be cool. I mean, whatever. I was irritated, but I was attempting to be cool, meaning to make a legit point. Yeah. And I was like, I would appreciate it if, because I don't have access. That's the thing. For this one brand, you don't have access to the designer. Like, you cannot get them a note card or whatever. It's not possible. You have to go through the customer service rep, you guys. Like, this is a setup that you cannot get any info to designer themselves. It's not possible. That is not the way that brand is set up at all. So yeah, there's that. And so